Here in eastern Uganda, 52-year-old Joseph Tidibita was unable to support his 3 wives and 15 children. Their situation was so desperate that 2 wives moved away, leaving his 3rd wife, Irene, to look after the children as best she could.
So many things were missing. If I asked him for soap or salt, he would say he didn't have money. If the children were sick, he wouldn't help, and often he couldn't pay for school fees.
That's when Joseph and his family were selected by the community for household mentoring, a pilot program designed to help the most disadvantaged families imagine their lives differently, while giving them the skills and knowledge to overcome their challenges. Sarah Indikuwange, who lives in the same neighborhood, volunteered to be their mentor. She began visiting them regularly, helping them identify the reasons why they are staying poor and encouraging them to work together towards a shared vision.
It's not common for households to have such a vision. Households live one day at a time. But with this methodology, households begin to think about their future. They have big visions that they seek to achieve as they implement their activities in the action plans.
In her role as mentor, Sarah helped the family set their own goals and gave them advice on better hygiene and family planning at home, as well as more efficient farming techniques in the field.
The type of training we do is sharing of activities. Everyone takes responsibility to do all things around the house, whether it's farming, nursing the children, or taking them to school. Everyone is involved.
Through mentoring, Joseph began to realize that gender imbalances at home, such as women's excessive workload or lack of say in family decisions, were part of the reason they were staying poor.
I have learned that when you trust your partner, she will also trust you. When people saw how much our lives had changed, they asked us how we did it. We told them that what has changed is that we are now working together.
Now they share the chores, and with Irene in charge of the money, they have enough food to eat and sell, send their children to school, have increased the area they farm, and can even put some money aside for future plans. Covering 13 districts in Uganda, household mentoring has benefited nearly 20,000 families. Set up by the International Fund for Agricultural Development, or IFAD, and the Ugandan government, over 90% of these families have greatly improved their lives as a result of their involvement. In a neighbouring village, Peter Odongo visits Grofana Okwerede, a widow with 7 children who was labouring for others for little money and struggling to survive. Peter gave her the confidence and competence to farm her own land, enabling her to fully participate in her society and take advantage of the benefits it offers.
The household mentoring approach is a tool that allows for social inclusion and inclusion into mainstream development of households that are usually otherwise bypassed by main development investment.
Families who have demonstrated improvements are eligible for grants that provide them with farming material and small livestock, encouraging them to invest in their future and make the most out of their assets. Although here the program has now finished, household mentoring continues in an informal way. Today, Joseph is a role model in his community, sharing his newfound skills with neighbours and relatives. Due to the success of this methodology, IFAD and the Ugandan government are looking at ways to introduce it in other districts across the country, giving more poor families the chance to break out of their cycle of poverty.